Okay, good morning, students, and we continue with our revision. Right, and we continue with our revision of writing skills. I have shared with you two questions which we are going to discuss today about paragraph writing. And yes, one thing about formal letter writing. So as I was going through your, what you can say, work yesterday, what I noticed was that better when you write letter to editor, when you write a letter to the editor, that is here, we know the format of the letter, right? So the sender's address, right? You have the date and then you have the receiver, isn't it? So you see, remember one thing here, that in the formal letter, and especially when you do the letter to the editor, when the address is not given, then you can write down examination hall, XYZ city, right? But if the address is given in the question, then you're going to write that address, okay? Any doubts? Is that clear? I hope I'm clear with that. Yes, everyone over there? So because I got a few letters yesterday where in the formal letter, I had given a formal letter writing to the higher authorities, and there you had written examination hall XYZ. You will write your address. So when you're writing to the higher authorities, when you're writing a business letter, you're writing a letter of inquiry, you're writing a letter, of complaint, you will give your address. If address is not given, give your address as a sender address, right? And all the information will be given in the question, don't worry. So you make sure that you read the question properly and accordingly you're going to write. It is only when we have your letter to the editor, and that too, in the letter to editor, if in the question the address is given, you will write that address. If it is not given, then you'll write your examination hall, etc., etc. Okay, clear? So make the necessary corrections. So whoever has not done it properly, and once again, a reminder to you all, please send me your notebooks for checking. Thank you, Dia. Okay, thanks, Dia, for acknowledging that you've heard me. That's nice. Now we start off with our writing skills. Lots and lots of practice you have to do. And yes, I'll be troubling you. I'll be sending you questions again and again until we do not get perfect. This is one area where you really can score marks. This is one area, your creativity, your language, and the way you present your ideas, that is really going to help you score marks. Okay. Now here we have, please look at the question which I have sent you. Let us just see what it is about. It is here about it's a graph which has been sent to you, right? And in the graph, what is the graph? It is about the digital devices which have been purchased over the years. So we have your writing skills here. What is it about? It is about the digital devices which have been bought. So when you talk about your digital devices, isn't it right? So you have your phones and your laptops, your iPads and tablets, etc., all these things which generally, therefore, your connectivity, isn't it, or for your work purpose. And yes, over the past couple of years, how people, as and when they're becoming aware about the convenience of these digital devices, then they need more and more in their life. And so how the number of these devices, the sale has increased. Okay, so we're going to write about that. The information is given in the form of a graph. Yes, and on one side, what is given? What is given? The years. So starting from the year 2015 to 2019, they've not shown to 2020. There it would have gone beyond all imagination, isn't it? Right? The number, how they have increased. We're online nowadays, aren't we? So we need more and more devices. So every home has at least 2 devices, isn't it? Minimum we talk about. Maximum, of course, it's your choice, how much you want to spend. So what is it here? We have the years, that over the years, how the number of the devices bought, the sale has increased. Secondly, we have the number of the gadgets. Now, do you have the question with you? Yes or no? Yes, we have the question with us. And yeah, so we are going to write a paragraph about it, right? So we can give a heading. We are going to give a heading. There's no doubt about it, because when you do writing skills, what is very, very important to, like, naturally heading has to be given. Okay, you just write speech, you write paragraph. That is not acceptable at all. So you are going to say, write the sale of digital devices. Can you understand my handwriting? Is it visible? Is it legible? Can you read it? That is what is important, okay? Yes. Fine. So yes, so we give here the heading, the sale of digital devices, okay? It's a little blurry, is it? I think so it is there. Okay, so fine. I'm speaking also side by side what I am writing. So sale of digital devices. This way, by the end of the period, I will write only 2 sentences. Is it clear now? Yes, Smriti, can you see? Okay, so the sale of digital devices. Okay, yeah, now it is. And here, what are we going to say? That the given information, it analyzes the sale of digital devices from the year 2015 to the year 2019. You can say the information about the sale of which gadget has been said, which devices have been mentioned here in this information, in this graph. What are the devices? One is the, look at the key on the side. The key is there. We have the dotted one and we have the dark one, which is telling us which, that graph or the bar graph is for what. So we have, it is, one is for computers and the other is for smartphones, okay? So yes, so we have that, the data, it is, or you can say the given information, it is about data regarding the sale of digital devices from the year 2015 and 2019. So 2 devices were taken into consideration, that is the smartphones and the computers. Now we are going to make a comparison. So once again, as I had discussed yesterday, we have the information in front of us. What are we going to do? We're going to understand it. Let us interpret it, what it is there. Okay, so which year was the sale of the smartphones higher? In which year maximum smartphones were sold? Yes, the year 2000. Which year? 2019. And in which year the least were sold? That is 2015, right? So you can say over the, right, you can say that in the year 2019, the sale of smartphones was the maximum as compared to the year 2005, when the least number of smartphones were sold. Fine. Okay, as compared, I've used here. Then we talk about computers. In which year was the sale of computers also maximum? Yes, so you can say that, right, the sale of computers was maximum in 2017 or 2019 also. So take a good look at it. I think in 2019 it was more. So you can say that, yes. Similarly, the sale of computers, it was the maximum in the year 2017, and it was followed very closely by the sale in the year 2017. Sorry, first it is 2019, the sale was most, and followed closely by the year 2017. And you can see that in the year 2015, the least number of computers were sold. Then we can just give an analysis of that. We are interpreting it. What could be the reason of the sale increasing? All of a sudden, these 4 years, why this thing has It is that people have become aware of the use of technology in their lives. They have become more comfortable with using technology, and that is why the sales have increased. We're not talking about 2020 at all. It is not mentioned over here. So here, yes, what we have done in these simple 8-9 sentences, you have discussed the paragraph. What is the information about? What have we understood, right? Which years, what time period has been covered? Which devices have been discussed here, right? What is the comparison? When was the high? When was the low? When maximum was sold? When least was sold, right? Then you can talk about it. Why do you think this has happened? Why the sales have increased, right? So yes, so the people becoming aware, the people becoming more comfortable with technology, people, yes, and the children also, you can say that right from a young age, that now they have started, you can say what, working or learning computers, and that is why the increased demand of such digital devices. Yes, do you think it's a good sign or a bad sign? It is a sign that we are changing with the changing scenario. Okay, clear? So here, data interpretation, very simple, very easy, nothing to worry about, nothing to get confused about. But yes, make sure that your data is there. It has some kind of a, like what you can say, sequence to it, right? So it is written or expressed in a nice, clear manner. Pick up the things that you want to discuss. Discuss about the comparison, discuss about the contrast. What is the impact of this, right? Is it a good sign? Is it a bad sign? Naturally, when we talk about sales here, obviously shopkeepers are going to be happy. The parents are not going to be, oh my God, we have to spend so much on all this. But yes, it's a good sign. And yes, a positive sign that we are changing along with the times, right? Okay, so you can mention all this, that in your paragraph. Fine. Okay, so I see Yuvraj also in the class and many students here after a long time. Once again, students, your revision test schedule from Saturday onwards. English test is on Monday. English test is on Monday. So make sure, and if Monday is a holiday, then I'll be sharing the test on Tuesday, right? So you can enjoy your holiday on Monday. Otherwise, I have no problem sharing the test on Monday on also, okay? So please make sure what all the whole syllabus, go through it. For 10th, there is no relaxation. All the chapters with special emphasis on the chapters that we have discussed after the PT2 exams, okay? Right? So go through all that. Now the next one which I have given to you all, what is it question? What is on Monday? Monday is a Monday. Okay, 30th is on Monday. So from Monday, on Monday is your English revision test. That I will tell you. Khushi, I will tell you. You just go through the test, write down the answers, especially the writing skill I want you to do. You're all going to do the writing skill, and when I ask you to send it to me, you will send it to me. Fine, you will do the same. And I will discuss your responses in the classroom. Before that, please send me your notebooks. That reminds me, Khushi, you're not sending me your work. Purav has not sent me, and Yuvraj also, whoever I can see around here in the classroom, please send me your work. You're all very hardworking children. You're making so much of efforts. It's a very important year. And yes, you have to really make sure that you are strong enough to carry on studying, because it's very unusual circumstances in which you are studying this year. So make the most out of it. Yes? Okay, fine, Khushi. Yeah, I will wait. Now, next is here. The next question which I have sent to you, that is, the ban on single plastic is impractical. The purpose of articles like bags and packaging is ultimately to make human life easier. Plastic articles do this well, so they shouldn't be banned. Now we're going to write a paragraph to analyze. Now here it is, once again, information has been given to you. We are going to write about it, what we think about this statement. It is here given to us. We can just go on in any direction in which you want to take this argument. Sorry, once again, for a paragraph here, it is giving information, right? Basic purpose, when we write a paragraph, it is giving information. And here it is an argument that has been given. We might agree with the argument, we might disagree with the argument. And sometimes there might be both sides to that. Yes, so the good and the bad. We can mention both of them also, right? Now, when we write this paragraph, let us give the heading to it. Okay, so what is the, right, we can talk about the impact of, is the statement only about single-use plastic? Is it only about single-use plastic? No, he's talking about single-use plastic. He's talking about plastic articles also, isn't it? Right, so we can talk about impact of plastic in our lives, right? So yes, so here it is information that you can, what is a single-use plastic? The bags that you get from the vendors, from the shopkeeper, in which they put the things here, which you just throw away after one use, right? And naturally here, these are there, you know, like plastic, as we have discussed, it is a very important material which is used for packing. It is used for putting even your processed food and material there. You know, you have that for preservation, or it is, yes, for what you can say, transportation, even your utensils also you get. Yes, absolutely correct here. And so what is it? So how good is it? How bad is it? Once again, yes, so the government has found out ways, the people have found out ways, industry has found out ways that to reduce the impact of plastic in our life, because we know it takes a long time to decay and decompose. It is going to be the environment for a long time. It is going to cause long-term hazards also. Right, so to avoid that, we're talking about single-use plastics. So you can talk about it, how, yes, it is there to reduce the burden which is already there on the environment. But plastic, you can say it is used for packaging, it is used for protecting, right? And many articles we have in the market which are there made of plastic. So we just cannot completely avoid the use of plastic, but how it comes into the, you know, like the waste, that is something that we can reduce. Because what happens that when the plastic there, we see in the land, on the land also, how it is there, it does not decompose and it does not present a good sight. Everywhere you see these polythenes and these buckets lying around, it does not decompose, right? People burn them, and then even after burning, what happens? The atmosphere, right? The air pollution we talk about. When this plastic, it goes into the water, what happens to it? It is there, it does not decompose there also. Secondly, it is a threat to the aquatic life, right? The life which is there, the marine life which is there, and where even on land also, where like the cattle there, the dogs there, they might swallow up that, and they have so much of problems. So we have seen that how the whales also and other aquatic life, the turtles there, get stuck in that plastic, and some of them swallow it, and how it gives a, you can say, creates a very disastrous situation. So we need to find alternatives so that, yes, the environment can be safer, and we can, you can say, protect the species, other species which cannot save themselves from this bad, you can say, alternative that we have of packaging, right? Clear? So once again here, when you do write your paragraphs here, one is your data interpretation. This is also information. This is also data interpretation, because certain information is given and you're going to write about it. So yes, you can talk about plastics here. Yes. Yes, they are exactly. So when people, what do? They think, okay, I'm doing a big favor, I'm not throwing it around here and there. So they just collect a pile of that plastic and they put it on fire. Then also that smell is also very bad, and how it goes out into the air and releases the gases there. So that is also not good, you know. So either way, lying around or burnt, it is going to cause a lot of harm. And we have seen that how the quality of air, it is something that is to be concerned about. So if we keep on putting more and more pollutants here in the atmosphere, it is going to make the quality of air that we breathe even worse. So you are talking about, yes, so the single-use plastic, we use it for packaging, we use it for carrying our goods, but this is right. Most of the shops also, they have resorted to the paper bags. We also should make sure that we should carry our bags so that we can reduce the use of plastic, even single-use plastic. Some places plastic is unavoidable, like as in packaging material, it is right there. It is some articles which have plastic, right? And so it is unavoidable there. And the biggest problem is that, like, you see your edible products also coming in packaged you can say these containers, and how they are disposed of and how they are not good for the environment. Okay, right? So once again, here it is a heading. Make sure that the ideas that you talk about, they are connected. There has to be a connection here. If you're talking about the single-use plastic, the benefits, talk about that first. If you're talking about the disadvantages, then you talk about that. Do not mix up all your ideas together and leave it for the teacher to separate. So there should be a sequence to your ideas, right? Think for some time. What is it that you want to write? And then start presenting your ideas. Clear? Any doubts? Any questions? Yes, anyone? Yes, it is there. So plastic, it takes a long to decompose, and it is a big harm to our environment. Fine. And now here about letter writing. Yes, so if you have to write a letter, once again, we have our letters as I have discussed here. We have the letter to the editor. Any kind of situation here, any kind of scenario that is happening in your surrounding. If you want to discuss, generally we write a letter to the editor, isn't it? Right? Discussing about the problems that are there in your things that you have noticed around you. It could be about the cleanliness. You want to highlight that issue. You want to make people aware of it. It could be about overcrowding of buses. It could be about people not following the precautions when going outdoors, especially this time of this pandemic, right? So anything, right, about the increasing number of road accidents, and especially when you see that so many teenagers are there driving the vehicles on the road, and how much problem they create to the traffic and to others also. They're harming themselves also, they are putting their own life also at risk, and others also, when they don't follow the traffic rules. So these days, supposing when you have to talk about certain situations, you want to highlight maybe in your area, in your surroundings, or something that affects everyone, right? So you will discuss these in the letter to the editor. We all know the format. Let me discuss it once again. So here we have the sender address. Once again, because in examination hall, you're not supposed to reveal your identity. You're not supposed to write anything which is there, like personal. So what are we going to do? We are going to just write down here, that is in case the address is not given. Letter to the editor, address is given, well and good. If it is not given, then you will just write down the examination hall, XYZ city, okay? Fine, right? Then sender, your date, and your receiver address. Basic format for all the formal letters is going to remain the same, okay? And here, after your subject and salutation, we are going to start with the letter writing. So when you write a letter to the editor, we talk about, first of all, give your introduction. Naturally, you are a responsible citizen. You want to talk about this problem that is happening in your society, in your surroundings, or with everyone in general, right? So you want to discuss about that. Talk about the purpose of your letter or the problem that you have. Talk about that. Clear? Right? Then, supposing that problem is about the teenagers, not following the traffic rules. This is a problem that you want to discuss. What is the consequence of this problem? When teenagers are there, you see them, yes, even, like we see youngsters there, it's so difficult for them to even, control that vehicle, but they'll be at top speed and the two people behind them, right? That is how they are on the roads. So, and they see the traffic police person, and what do? They just take a U-turn and they go back. They're putting their lives at risk, they're putting others at risk. And the basic thing is, they do not know how to be safe on the roads. When you are not safe, when you are not following the rules, you are putting others' lives at risk. So it's a big problem, it's a big issue. So yes, naturally, it is there that the number of road accidents are also increasing because of the number of teenagers also, right? So they think that, yeah, we're out for fun, but what happens is that they end up putting others' lives also at risk. So what is this? This is the problem that you have discussed. What is the solution to this problem? You give the argument that yes, ma'am, we need the vehicles, we have to go for tuitions, we have to go elsewhere. Nowadays, which tuitions are we going to? I really don't understand where we are off to, right? So it is that we have to be very, very careful when we're out on the road, and please do not go tripling around on the road. Yeah, so we have pillion ridings. Make sure that you wear a helmet. Make sure that you obey all the traffic rules. And of course, yes, nowadays, what is there? The traffic police is, they're calling the parents also. If the children are breaking the rules, the parents are also called and counseled, right? So you are putting yourself at risk, you're putting yourself, others at risk. So the solution is this, right? Stricter rules should be there. Traffic rules, people should be taught how to obey. And yes, when you do go for your, you get your learner's license, right? And you think you have that license and I can maybe, okay, take out any vehicle with that. So let us be a little cautious because we have to think about others, right? So you talk about the problem, you talk about the solution. So given that solution, once again, as I said, when you write your letter, when you do any kind of writing skill, make sure that you give a conclusion, a kind of a winding up to it, right? So yes, so it is very important that the youngsters of today be alert about the responsibility that is on their shoulders, and they should not go around driving so rashly, right? And following a few simple rules can save their lives as well as others, right? Then, of course, last May, your favorite lines that I hope you would do what? In the newspaper, you would give some space to my letter and publish it there, right? Okay, so yes, this is just a revision of things that you already know. Okay, fine. So we continue tomorrow with the other letters there. We'll do that. Plus, we'll start off with the discussion of the poetry.